ya waleta matamsanga. Yabo, yabo.
What da danyo, what da dang, and go danyo, oh what da dang.
Jaluxen ya waleta matamsanga. Yabo, yabo.
This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it must be on only one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the Patriot. And here we are not neutral.
Yabo, yabo.
Never claim to be, because we have taken sides. The side of the truth. And this is our daily editorial.
Yabo, yabo.
And as usual, this is the headquarters of the truth. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is taken from Ghana Web, and it says, why didn't they speak then? Kwesi Pratt questions timing of calls to scrap OSP. Calls for the abolition of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, are intensifying, with influential figures from both the government and opposition backing the demand. Now, the managing editor of the Inside newspaper, Kwesi Pratt Jr., in a statement posted on X on December 10, 2025, described the growing chorus as remarkable, noting that even key legal heavyweights linked to the NPP, such as Professor Michael Kwesi and Sami Okujato, have now joined the call. Who could have predicted that leading legal professionals and long-standing members of the MPP would support scrapping the OSP in 2025? He asked. He argued that the central justification for creating the OSP to shield anti-corruption efforts from perceptions of presidential or governmental influence was compromised from the start. The law establishing the office vested the power to appoint the special prosecutor in the president, and made complete nonsense of the insulation of the special prosecutor from perceived presidential control. Now, according to Kwesi Pratt Jr., one of my mentors, my brother, my sister, the law that established the office of the special prosecutor itself was problematic. Now, it was vested in the president, as in the president had the onus to select the OSP, no matter how you look at it. Now, my brother, my sister, what was the purpose of the OSP? To fight corruption independently from the influence of the executive. And if that was what it was supposed to be, why would it take a president to put the special prosecutor in office? That's all that Kwesi Pratt is saying. Now he goes ahead to say, legal luminaries like Professor Kwesi and Sami Okujato have all joined the call to scrap the office of the special prosecutor. Why now and not then? Let me play the devil's advocate. Maybe they just realized it. Better late than never. But my brother, my sister, much as the office of the special prosecutor is very important to me, we need a very independent body to be able to deal with corruption via the executive and beyond. The only problem here is, should the same executive headed by the president be responsible for putting the special prosecutor in office? Then it shoots itself in the foot. My brother, my sister, I am not against the office of the special prosecutor. We need such an independent body independent of the shenanigans and manipulations of the executive. And if it will still take the executive to put the special prosecutor in office, then it is laughable. It's a mockery. Today, if the special prosecutor is going to be kicked out, it takes the executive. Petitions are sent to the president, and he forwards this to the same people that he controls, the CJ and all those people who were put in place by him, the president. Indirectly, it is responsible for the office of the special prosecutor in terms of manipulation. Now, the office of the special prosecutor can be really independent. How can it be independent? It should be an office that can be supported wholeheartedly and facilitated by the Association of Lawyers in Ghana, the judiciary. My brother, my sister, the Association of Lawyers, the Ghana Bar Association, and such outfits can always release the names of who a potential special prosecutor should be. Maybe 3 names. Each time there's the need to choose one. And each time there's the need to kick out another, it should take the bar to be able to go out there and argue his way out as to why this person has to be taken out. Better still, a team of lawyers or such an outfit could be mandated to handle the office of the special prosecutor. So that anytime we need to remove a special prosecutor, we don't have to go through the executive. Maybe we don't even have to go through the courts. They have their own way of disciplining whoever it is. My brother, my sister, and once we trust them, they should be able to do a good job. I don't know how many people agree with me, but it is subject to debate. As long as the executive is still fingered in the office of the special prosecutor, it's a mockery to say that it is independent of the executive. I leave it here. There's another very interesting thing here I would like us to look at. And I think that we all need to open our ears with rapt attention. Ghana is going for the World Cup. We're going to be spending a lot of money taking Ghana there. Now, by just qualifying, Ghana is supposed to be given some good amount of money to prepare. But that money, my brother, my sister, big as it might be, Ghana will still need to push in some more money. Of course, we have learned our lessons. We are no longer going to fly dollars to the Black Stars team wherever they are. We have learned our lessons. The Black Stars must be built on patriotism. 100% patriotism. Now, when money becomes the central backbone of the Black Stars, then we don't have a team. The World Cup has gone beyond a game. It's a political representation, cultural representation, a representation of pride, national pride, continental pride. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, it behoves us as a people to take this very seriously. Our coach is 99% German 1% Ghanaian. Our coach is not a patriotic coach. Our coach in the last World Cup demonstrated enough effrontery and disrespectful behavior to the country. This coach cannot take the team anywhere. Nothing good can happen to the country without patriotism. Now, in the last World Cup, he resigned by a text message, we were told, to the president. This time round, when the team is kicked out early, he will just enplane for Germany and straight to Hamburg, his base, where he will forget a nation that did not look at patriotism before appointing him. When he first came, we all were very hopeful that he will be able to do something in honor of the nation. We all believed that a true son of the land had come home. But he has demonstrated beyond doubt that he's 99% German, 1% every other. Now, somebody would ask me, does it really matter? In the past, we had white coaches coaching us. My brother, we had that Serbian coach refused to jubilate when the Blakk Stars scored against his country. Do we remember that? The Blakk Stars scored against Serbia and they were jubilating. Players came up to the coach in the usual fashion of carrying him shoulder high. He pushed all of them away, and out of anger, he walked away from them. Later in an interview, he said he couldn't be seen jubilating over the defeat of his country, Serbia. That's patriotism. He had drawn a line between a game and national pride. My brother, my sister, those of you who are still in the game portion of the World Cup, the World Cup has gone beyond a game. It's gone beyond a tournament. This is a national, a continental, a race representation. I'm telling you. I do not see the Blakk Stars going very far because I believe in the saying that a lion can lead 1 million sheep to success, but one sheep cannot lead 1 million lions. What point is Blakk Rasta making? The leader is very important. He's the one who takes the decisions. To be a good subordinate, you must never be seen to be going against your leader. Else, move out of the clique, independent of all manipulations of the leader. Then you can speak against the leader. My brother, my sister, don't say I didn't warn you. Ghana is going to the World Cup. We are excited, but don't be overexcited. Because much as we have a good team, we do not have a patriotic coach. This coach is probably doing it for his own selfish reasons. If it was Germany that had put him there in charge of the German team, then you would have seen patriotism at its best. Let's groom our own Ghanaians. Let's groom our own Africans. Let's groom our own people to be able to push this agenda, because the game has gone beyond just a game. My brother, think about it deeply. If we don't do this, we would always laugh at the wrong side of our mouths. A word to the wise is enough.
Yabo! Yabo!
The last thing I want to look at is also taken from Ghana Web, and it says, who are you to warn judges? Kwesi Pratt slams Afenyomakin. Veteran journalist and managing editor of the Inside newspaper, Kwesi Pratt Jr., has warned Majority Leader in Parliament Alexander Afenyomakin over recent comments he made about the judiciary. Now, speaking during a panel discussion on Metro TV on December 10, 2025, Kwesi Pratt described the Minority Leader's remarks, accusing judges of acting in the interest of the political paymasters as dangerously contemptuous and capable of attracting severe legal consequences. According to Pratt, actions and utterances that in previous decades might have attracted immediate sanctions are now being treated with unusual leniency. He referenced an ongoing case before the Court of Appeal, expressing astonishment that a lawyer would address a press conference just 24 hours before the court sits, issuing warnings to judges about what decision they should or should not take. Now you see, so many things have changed over the years. Some of the things that happened yesterday in the 1960s and 70s would have resulted in people going to prison today for contempt. There is an application before the Court of Appeal 24 hours before the court sits. Somebody who is a lawyer addresses a press conference and is warning the Court of Appeal judges not to take a certain position. That's clear contempt. Clear contempt. Who are you? Before the judges have heard the case, to hold a press conference to warn the judges that they must take a particular decision, or that you would hold them responsible for the chaos, and that will happen in the country, and that if they take a certain line of action or a certain decision, you will act. Afenyomakin launched an attack on the judiciary after the Tamale High Court annulled the 2024 parliamentary elections in the Pandai constituency. When that unreverend, un-Ghanaian guy in parliament decided to go to the gallery, play to the gallery, telling the whole world that there was a plane full of drugs on the tarmac of Ghana, money laundering at its zenith, and authorities moved in to arrest. It was the same Afenyomakin and his bunch of hooligans who went in there, prevented the authorities from making that arrest happen, promising that the unreverend, un-Ghanaian will be presented to the people for questioning. After running away from beautiful debates and lawful considerations, the unreverend, un-Ghanaian guy was hopping from one radio station to TV station, making a mockery of the country. Afenyomakin supported such a guy. Today, a lawyer himself who had a contract in the days of Tokono to provide some services to the judicial services. And when Tokono was going to be kicked out, he realized holes were going to be punctured in his pocket. So he started backing. Now he's warning judges, telling them that he will deal with them should they play to their paymaster's tunes. This is very, very unbecoming. It's very sad. And what is the judiciary saying? He held a press conference 24 hours before the sitting of the court, warned the judges to forget about their paymasters and do the job. Or else, he, this little nitwit, would act. Sometimes when they have those positions in a micro minority like that, I think they think that they are teen gods. I wish this was in the days of Rollins. A guy like this would quietly be whisked away to the Gonda barracks, and he will be taught a lesson in patriotism, decency, and discipline. And the NPP is sitting down there watching this guy, making a hero out of him. Afenyo Markin, a lawyer. Where did he study his law anyway? Who were his teachers? Could they be the same guys who were caught on Anas's tape taking goats and money as bribe to free armed robbers? I'm sure it's one of those that taught him. His teachers were bribe takers and thieves. So every other lawyer to him and judge is a bribe taker. He has a certain paymaster. It's a shame. What is the judiciary saying? What is the court saying? You're going to let him go free and thinks he's some kind of a hero? Well, I'll leave it here.
Shut up.